Thanks for joining me today, whether you're tuning back in or maybe this is one of the first videos that you will see of mine. My name is Sam. I'm so honored that you would be with me today. I'll tell you, my producer and I don't know that we ever thought that we would have the opportunity to reach so many people all over the world, whatever time zone you're in, whatever continent you're in. I'm honored that you would take the time to spend these next few minutes with me. And today we're going to talk about what to do when you feel like your life is unraveling. If you're going through infidelity or addiction, I can promise you, regardless of what side you are on, there will be times where you just feel like you are unraveling. There's been so many moments. I've been just confronted with feeling like my life has been crumbling. Everything that I have held dear to my life crumbled in front of me. And everything that could be overwhelmed, reshaped, confronted, put through the grinder has been put through the grinder in my life. And I'm still here to tell you about it, and I'm going to keep doing that. And today's going to be some practical tools on what you can do if you feel like your life or your recovery is unraveling. There's going to be a little caveat to it today. When I give you these tools, you may be encountering some resistance internally, or your partner may be encountering some resistance. So I'll give you some help for that too. The first thing that you can do if you feel like you are unraveling is to develop and then have a ruthless self-care. It's nobody else's job to make you do your self-care. It is your own self-care for your own healing. And it's got to be essential. If you're encountering resistance to that, it might mean that you need healing from some negative self-image, from devaluing and degrading yourself, or maybe just prioritizing everybody else. My friend, it is time to prioritize your own self-care. It's got to be there. It'll change your life, I promise you. It's about showing up for yourself. How do you, I know, you're like, what? How do you show up for yourself? Through self-care, through being ruthless in whatever it is that's helping you heal, that's redemptive and restorative, working out, getting time alone, reading, therapy. Those things will absolutely change your life and change your recovery. The next thing that you can do is to remember some of the former victories of your life. Do you understand? I saw this clip the other day and I couldn't wait to tell you. Do you understand, if you're watching this, you have survived all of the awful, terrible days that you didn't think you were going to survive heretofore. You've survived them. You've outlived them. I had a birthday recently where I outlived my dad who died of cancer. And it was incredibly debilitating. Just so much grief, so much anguish, so many memories, so many things that I had to wade through. I sat at dinner with my kids and told them why this meant so much. And we were in this real ritzy restaurant and I just wept as I told them what this meant to me. There was such a reminder of I have outlived some awful days. I have survived every single day that I thought I wasn't going to, where I looked suicide in the face. I survived, and you will too. Remember, you have survived all of them heretofore, and you're going to keep going. Whatever I can do to help, I'll keep doing these videos just to help you get through the day, because you can do this, but you're going to have to use tools. You're going to have to remember all of the things that you've already overcome, and you've had to face some dark, dark stuff. But you know what? You're still here. A third tool that you can use if you feel like you're unraveling is to remember that you have a choice in how you talk to yourself. For example, if you're an unfaithful, continually beating yourself up, saying that you're a piece of crap, continually demeaning and devaluing and degrading yourself is not going to work. If you're a betrayed, choosing to not see yourself as not enough or insufficient or the reason they cheated, or that you'll never be the same again, and that you will never laugh again, or never have joy again, or never have romance again, or if you're divorced and you are continually saying to yourself, my life is over, I'll never find love again, I'll never have meaning and purpose, and all of that stuff that is simply, let me just say to you, whatever time it is, and whatever continent you're on, that is not true. My friends, I had to learn early on that I had a choice in how I spoke to myself and how I saw myself. And I had to repair an enormous amount of negative self-image from my childhood and adolescence. And that's why I would encourage you to go back and watch the video I did with the therapist on childhood trauma and how it can affect our recovery work. The resistance that you may be encountering is not necessarily infidelity resistance. It might be that you struggle with your own self-image, which might be why you allowed yourself to have an affair in the first place. Or it might be why, if you're a betrayed, that you're so overwhelmingly challenged with seeing yourself in a healthy, powerful, strong way because of your significant other's infidelity or addiction. It's very real. It's very understandable. And I will tell you, it's able to be overcome and to be healed. The next one is probably one of the hardest ones to hear today, and that is the idea that we have to give up the idea that life should not be this way. We have to be willing to let go of the life that we thought we deserved and were supposed to have and do not have. It's very normal to find yourself in this situation and think, I didn't ask for this, I didn't want this, I didn't cause this, I didn't dream of this, this isn't the life I dreamt of, and I didn't even have nightmares about the life that I now live and the circumstances that are floating around my life. And we can get stuck in this idea that says, hey, this isn't what I wanted. And we can become stuck in that mindset, which then can hamstring us and prevent us from doing our own recovery work. I know, I can hear you. Sam, I didn't cause this if you're a betrayed. I get it, I'm not saying that you did, but it's here. And if you're an unfaithful, you can say, how did I get here? I didn't ever think that I would do this. I know, I get it, but you're here. And if we can't accept where we're at, if we can't accept what we've done, we'll never get where we want to get. And part of repair work is understanding where we want to get, where we need to get, and where we can get if we will do the work. But you have to let go of the idea that says, this shouldn't be happening to me. I shouldn't be here. We get it. Yeah, we can all say that, but you're here. I'm not at any level implying that you deserve this. I'm not at any level saying, just get over it. But I am saying you have to understand that this is where you're at right now. And the sooner that you accept that, the more that you can begin to take some pretty strong steps towards healing. The next tool, and I'm going to read you a quote in a minute, is to be authentic or humble, genuine. I read this quote, I put it out on Instagram the other day, and it says this: I want to learn from the man or woman who's had to scrape themselves off the pavement and reassemble themselves from scratch. This is the man or woman who possesses a depth of humility that only those who've had their ego shattered have learned. Let me tell you, you've probably had your ego shattered, whether you're betrayed or you're unfaithful. And humility says, this is where I'm at. I'll own where I'm at. I'm no longer going to manage my image. I'm no longer going to try and manage how people see me. I'm going to work on how I see me. And if you come from faith, how does God see you? It is vital that this absolutely causes you to stop managing your image and do the work that you need to do. And if there's resistance to that, you may have to ask yourself, What am I hoping in? What am I trusting in? Because I'm pretty sure everything that you were hoping and trusting in has been shattered or altered or damaged. And there's a point where you come to where you say, I don't care what I drive or what I live in. I just want to be healthy. I just want my mind to be whole. If there's one thing that we will always do is be authentic. I understand this hurts like hell, but you can get through this. You can heal, and you can absolutely overcome the resistance that you might be feeling inside. I promise you, there is more hope, there is more life ahead of you than you probably even realize right now. So thank you for joining me today.